Welcome back to the MLG League Season 1 playoffs live here at PAX. We're at the Turtle Beach booth. We're currently in a matchup between Strictly Business and Faze, where SB lead 2-0 going into Warhawk Blitz. And Warhawk Blitz, I feel like it's kind of a weird map because sometimes you get that really cool spawn with your teammate all the way on the other side of the map inside Diner like you guys did at Regionals against us, and then you just get free cap.
Yeah, Warhawk Blitz is very nerve-wracking to play just because there's a lot of sneaking that goes down on this map. But I've played SB on this map quite a few times, and they are a very good Warhawk Blitz team.
I feel like you're going up against Faze here.
Yeah, Freight and Warhawk are their best two maps. They're kind of shaky on Octane, so I bet they're pretty happy about getting Warhawk. I haven't seen Faze play too much on this map. For whatever reason, we don't get to scrim them too much. So I'm going to be interested to see how they play. Let's go on board Classic at the beginning of this game just because.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, you went straight to him. I know that he's going to be making some plays for them. And, you know, on this map, for whatever reason, you always see a capture within like the first 30 seconds. I don't know what it is about the sneaking, what it is about the gunfights or the matchups that we have, but there's always a cap in the first 30 seconds if a team does it right.
Timing comes into effect on this map so often. Actually, against you guys at Regionals, what I did is I threw a smoke down the middle of the street. I just ran up the middle of the street. Clayster watched me score a goal.
Yeah, he's not too good at that part. We'll talk about that later. But guys, if you're watching the stream at home, I want you to pay attention to your mini-map as much as possible. We're gonna be trying to call out these sneaks as we see them, but you guys are gonna be seeing so much action from the other lanes that it's just gonna be so much fun to watch.
Well, FaZe just got. They had all 4 down from Strictly Business, but SB just got the perfect start spawns. But here comes Proofy. He's on a tear right now, kicking it off 3-0. If he wins this gunfight, which he does on the sensor, he might be able to make a play, but he gets taken down from behind.
Absolutely dirty. I just love watching him play. There's just so many players that you can watch that have raw talent. And when they're on your team, it's just so comforting to see. And Replay is trying to play for the sneak here, picks up a kill, and he's going to be moving up top. Drug, yes, that is. And Dito actually spawned in, so now we have a 3v1 at their base. They're going to be trying to rotate back as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Replay spying him off respawn. Let's switch over to Proof. Actually, he's nowhere near the action, but Classic is, as aptly takes down JCap. Classic, I feel like he just wants to stay alive here. It's going to be tough for him to make a play.
Look at the top of your mini-map. Genos, we could see a knife here, and he could possibly get a cap if he doesn't make it back in time.
Slide.
Oh, and he gets taken out. I think he could have had a cap there if he went straight for it.
But here comes Proof on the other side of the map. He's got to win one more gunfight. Actually, it looks like Saints is going to get a good spawn. He is able to trade, so at least his teammates are going to push up, and it's going to be Classic continuing to push, finding one on the flag. That's going to be Sensor. As JCap, he's actually using an assault rifle here. Watching
these two teams play, I've seen a lot of quick movements with these Semtexes, and I don't use grenades and blitz, but I might start doing it just because the usage. I just saw Saints. If you guys are struggling with what to use, whether it's a frag or a Semtex, certain grenades are better for certain situations. Revan knows that just as much as I do. So you know, think about it. Play it smart.
Ooh, wow, Sensor getting some good timing. There was a player with his back turned to him at the porch and decided to take the shot, didn't pick up the kill, so no goal for him. We're going to switch over to Apathy, as Apathy looks like he could find some action over near the American side of the map. One player pushing through top drugs, another along the wood fence. Big kill from Apathy if he could get it, and he can.
Wow, he got melted right there. We have 2.5 minutes into this game, and not a single cap has been had.
They've had a lot of opportunities, though.
Yeah, very, very surprised. And it just goes to show you how evenly matched these teams are. You know, going gunfight for gunfight, kill for kill on each other's base.
Now, I think the problem with FaZe right now is that they keep pushing the right side of the map. You know, they keep pushing over near this right side card where Apathy is right now, and they're forcing Strictly Business to get some great spawns on their goals, so it's a lot easier for them to get these defensive kills.
And that's actually why I'm a big advocate of playing sneaks on this map, just because it's so hard to control the spawns. But I mean, if you look at what what Faze just got at the top right of your map, they all spawn outside of Diner. That's the kind of spawn trap you guys want to work if you're playing offense, just like SB is right now. But if you're not playing sneaks, it's very difficult to get caps because you need to get all 4 dead. And plus, you need to make sure you're holding the right spawn for them.
This is going to be a goal for Sensor.
Yeah, he's pushing straight in. Nobody from Diner rotating back, and SB is going to take a 1-0 lead.
And here comes Proofy. Proofy was so close to being able to score, but he got taken down. We're going to switch over to replays now. He's 7-7. Look at Proofy, though. Proofy is 11-6. At the beginning of the game, we thought Classic was going to be a playmaker.
Look at your left side of the map.
Who is it? Is it Sensor?
And actually, someone who's Zigzag is going to be watching this.
Straight cap.
And I like to see people sprint by there and trying to avoid that. He just kind of walked slowly and he got killed by JCap. But that was almost a really big slip up on FaZe's part.
And just a lot of action going down near the goal. This game has been all about the defensive kills. I mean, you've seen players from both teams be in a position where they could try to score. Here comes Jacob around the right side, picks up 2. Sensor and Dino both falling, but Apathy and Saints respond with kills of their own.
Nobody in Faze in a position to get a capture there, even though JCap did get 2 down. SB is doing a very good job being resilient in their base when they're going down. They're rotating back and they're holding their base, with that 1-0 lead. And this is a very low-scoring game, something that you don't see too often. But both teams are in their element. They're playing well. And I want to see Faze put a capture on the board here and tie it up in the last 30 seconds if possible.
Here comes Apathy, going to find 1, and actually doesn't get taken out. But it looks like Saints is in a position, but he has an assault rifle in his hand, so he's going to be moving at a lot slower than if he had an SMG.
And I'm not sure if it's because there's 30 seconds left, but if you pay attention to your minimap, SB is playing 2D at their base, and that's going to be very hard to capture on. I like the strategy. I think 2D on Warhawk is very important. I think it's the right way to play this map, but I'm curious to see when the next 5 minutes start on the second side if that's what SB is going to continue to do.
Yeah, we were saying that, you could see goals scored within the first 30 seconds, but nobody's scoring this game till around 2 minutes, 30 seconds in, as SB close to getting that last second goal.
Look at your mini-map, the blue arrow on that blitz. He almost had a capture if time didn't expire right there.
Here's really close. You're going to see Saints here in the round-ending kill cam taking out Classic, but strictly business. They have the only goal scored. There you see in the kill cam, Saints' teammate right behind him, almost getting that last second cap.
Yeah. I'm really am. Like I've brought it up a few times as we are trying to reconnect this controller. If you guys will just bear with us for a second, we'll get right back into the action.
We're good.
I'm not sure why that keeps happening. Our apologies, but we are on board with Saints, who's getting aggressive on that right side lane. He's going to be pushing with his teammate, and big 2 kills there. 3 dead for Faze. SB, I can hear them calling out behind me. They're getting extremely aggressive. It's all up to JCap in their base. They're spawning up by that loading dock side, and big kills about to go down.
Yeah, I mean, pushing out the right side, they're going to get favorable spawns.
That's 4 dead for SB.
I would much rather spawn over near that white pickup truck than spawning all the way near the right side wood fence. I would love to get that spawn every single time. You're able to rotate back. You might not have the positioning at first, but you're going to have the numbers off spawn.
And I'm actually kind of disappointed that SB didn't get more captures because I feel like the side that Faze is on is a little bit more advantageous for captures. They're going to be getting very aggressive the entire time. It's very hard to play defense on this side, so look for Faze. Let's go on board with Classic because I feel like he is going to be the difference maker in this game. If he can catch some fire, if he can get some right timing and get some captures on the board for Faze, they're going to have a very good time trying to pull out a W here.
Yeah, Faze, I could tell that their teamwork is pretty on point right now. In the last push they made onto the SB base, if you look at the minimap, they had the map cut directly in a line, completely linear setup. They had one guy pushing American, one guy up mid-street, one guy near 10, and one guy tower. They had all their avenues covered.
So right now, if you look at the top left of your minimap, you'll see a red arrow at that hardware tank, and I believe that's probably Dito, if I'm not mistaken. He likes to play that position a lot. It's Saints, but that hardware tank is very good control for this map. You can, dictate who's coming up in the middle of the street. You can also rotate over to hardware and watch that lane that Saints just did. But we have everybody up on both teams. Proofy and another capture
scored
on Faze. Classic. Our boy, we said it was going to happen. He's the difference maker. He's on a 2-kill streak. Let's go back on board with him because I want to see what he can do, and he ends up dying.
Yeah, it's about time someone's scoring this game. Proofy, big defensive kill from him. He gets taken out. It's going to be Saints making the push, going for the goal, and strictly business. They're going to respond here, and they're still putting on the pressure. Apathy in a position to continue this push, and you also got Dino set up over near front ice screen.
Yeah, and I can hear everybody behind me. It's starting to, the intensity is starting to pick up right here, right now, just like Clay would say, right here, right now. But, Saints 16 and 15 doing a very good job, and it is all tied up. We have replays with the capture there, not Classic, but replays doing a very good job. And now it looks like we're going to have a reset here, all 4 live in each other's base. And this is going to be a really fun 2 minutes to watch.
Yeah, we're back to fighting for mid-map control. Sensor on the right side, he's going to find a kill there onto JCap. But strictly business, they were in another position there to get multiple caps. They were pushed all the way up on the left side. They had 2 guys at the Faze base, but what Faze were able to do were they were able to get control of the strictly business base and respond with a cap of their own. So now we're at a tie game with 2 minutes remaining.
I like what SB is doing. They're covering all their lanes, doing a very good job of that. Faze right now is very heavy in the middle of the map, so if they could pick these kills up, they might be able to go through and get a capture. They have 3 alive at the opponent's base, but we have a member from
Apathy
SB
has
sneaking.
a cap right here if he just goes for it.
Yeah, Apathy is actually going to come down with this. It's going to be up to his teammates to play defense in their base. If they can pull this off, they might be able to keep this lead.
Oh, wow. JCap, the last one alive, he's making his way through the diner, and he gets taken out. Amazing defensive hold from Strictly Business right there.
Yeah, that was a big gunfight because his teammates actually spawned outside of diner, and they wouldn't have made it back in time. So big kill right there for Apathy. He got the capture, made the important kill. He's on a 3-kill streak right now, and huge plays out of him. And we got to give him the spotlight.
That's the play of the game right there, and they're going to get another goal. I believe that was Sensor scoring that one. So not only did they make a huge defensive play, now they're turning it into offensive caps.
And again, I'm going to keep saying it. You look at your mini-map, and look what SB is doing. They have a minute left. They have somebody playing permanent defense at their base. Most likely Dito or Saints with an AR. I like that play. It's Sensor in their base. I wonder, that's going to be a tough gunfight for him to win. That's going to be a tough gunfight for him to win if Faze can get inside the base.
But then you got Saints sneaking up the right side of the map. This is going to be another capture for SB.
And it's not looking too good for Faze. We're most likely going to see Strictly Business with his 3-0 lead. Nice knife right there. And he has 2 captures, something you don't see a lot from him. Primarily, Saints likes to hold down a lane, but it looks like Faze isn't putting enough pressure, so he's just sneaking on by and picking up captures.
Yeah, Classic made the jump over towards top bakery. He will be able to capture this, so it is possible for Faze.
Replays.
All from SB are in their base.
Yeah, they're D'ing up. They have 3 alive. You know, as much as I would like to see this,
they got to score by 10 seconds.
Insurmountable odds right now.
There's Classic, makes one, going through bottom bakery. He has a teammate coming through diner. Big kills, Faze. They got to score right now. They could be able to do it. They have 1 second to play with. Who's at the other side of the map? Proofy has to do it. He gets taken out, and that's going to be game right there. Strictly Business with the 3-0 win over the ~1 seed Faze.
And to be honest with you, Faze is such a talented team, but it just looks like SB is their kryptonite. That's the 2nd time they've been 3-0'd by SB in tournament play. You know, they are showing that dominance, played extremely well. I know Faze is probably disappointed with that loss, but they're going to come out in losers bracket and play their hearts out.
Yeah, you got to give it up to Proofy. He finished that one 26-18. Lots of stunning being done by him, but in the end, not enough objective work from Faze, but Strictly Business, 2nd 3-0 of the weekend.
And it looks like we are going to be having a moment of truth replay. We're going to be seeing some important moments in that matchup that we just saw coming on your screen right now. Unfiltered moment of the match. Right here we have JCap gets taken out. That was Apathy right after he got his game-winning capture, and that big kill on JCap, so they weren't able to tie it up. You know, there's a minute and a half left. You wouldn't think it was a game-winning capture, but in my eyes, it was.
And there you see it on the mini-map, more sneaking going down. This is what gives Strictly Business the 2-cap lead, but Apathy with a defensive play to win the game. Take a look at it one more time. Just lighten up the kill feed.
Yeah, and this is what we saw right at the end of the game. Apathy, we got to give him the MVP for that game. Most kills for his team. He had a clutch capture, a big gunfight at their base. And that's why sometimes I'm not a big fan of stats, because stats don't show little plays like that. You know, even though he was at the top of the leaderboard, if he was doing anything else that game, if he was doing any worse, you won't remember that gunfight that he just won and that capture he just got for his team.
Sometimes it comes down to just one clutch gunfight, one clutch cap, one lucky timing, and your team wins the game. But that does it for the first series of the day. Strictly Business continuing to impress here at the Season 1 playoffs. We're going to commercial break, but when we come back, Team Caliber faces off against Complexity.
Goodbye.